before starting this video, please do not skip any part. It's very important in this case. Thank you. Before starting, I just want to say it's not about them deserving to be dragged because it's wrong. It's about being held accountable, nothing else. I think we are all tired of the offensive things idols have done where some of them have been not even held accountable for. Personally, I think both should be held accountable, not dragged because, like I said, it's really not helping. It's only spreading negativity. But here, it's not even about K-pop idols, but K-pop stans. You can hate me for what I'm going to say, but I don't care because it's the brutal truth. K-pop stans are hypocrites. I think one of the best examples of the double standards and the hypocrisy is that you can easily go on Twitter and search Hwasa Durag. What you're gonna see is people dragging Hwasa, insulting her, saying people who still stan her are bad, etc. But it actually goes to every single male idol. Now, I'm not going to say any male idol's name because it pretty much goes to almost every one of them, besides NCT and Super Junior, but we're going to talk about them later. Male K-pop idols are never really held accountable as female idols are. People who have been offended by their actions are going to talk about it. They will hold them accountable, but these people are a minority. For example, Desi people. Some other toxic stans will say they are overreacting. Some will say it does not matter because they look hot. Some will say it's their stylist and company's fault. Notice that pretty much no one says that about female idols. Some people will say, oh my god, but he didn't know what durag is or box braids are. Notice that no one said that about Hwasa. Some people will say that the stylist did it. Notice that no one said that about Hwasa where it was actually stylist's fault and the stylist actually admitted to it. K-pop stans will do and say anything just to defend the idol. I've seen so many people talking about male idols' hairstyles like box braids and others. It's always their stylist's fault. But here's a fun fact. Some of the idols admitted to choosing this hairstyle. Also stop blaming everything on the stylists. Stylists only choose their outfits, nothing else. Looking sexy is not an excuse to not hold an idol accountable. What I have noticed is when a woman messes up, makes a mistake, does something that offends someone, for so many people it gives them a pass to say hateful, derogatory, and degrading comments to them. It takes really long time for K-pop stans to realize what their oppas have been doing. A really good example are some members of Super Junior. I haven't really seen people talking about the offensive things they have done until now. The beginning of 2021, K-pop stans woke up and started holding them accountable. After how many years? Meanwhile, K-pop female idols are still being dragged for things they have said and done 10 years ago without any break. I have also noticed, and it goes to both female and male K-pop idols, is that their fans sometimes try to hide it, brush it off like nothing happened, or act like being held accountable is something bad. It's not about nitpicking someone. It's about actually holding them accountable and educating them. Furthermore, despite plenty of male idols coming out and saying they enjoy the hairstyle of clothes choice, usually towing the line of CA, the defense commonly used is that it was a stylist choice. But increasingly for female idols, it's just assumed that anything they wear is on them and that they prepared everything. I have also noticed that most of the people are saying that this female idol did offend people multiple times, so she deserves to be dragged. She's not the only one, to be honest. There's multiple K-pop male idols and female idols who have done way more offensive things, but they are not being held accountable for their actions. Another thing about it I have noticed is that K-pop stands mostly use girl groups rather than boy groups when they are talking about offensive things K-pop idols have done. So, summing this, when a female idol does something offensive, it's her fault and it's going to be brought up every single time for years. But when a male idol does it, it's Tyler's fault. He didn't know about it, and people tend to forget about it really quickly. Not always, but I have noticed it happens most of the time.
Like. Huh? What? Oh. Okay.
I think we need to stop acting like K-pop idols are babies that don't know what to do. It's 2021. Will this change? I think yes, but it will definitely take time. Just a side note, I have noticed that K-pop stans started weaponizing it. For example, when someone rightfully holds an idol accountable, you can see that there is always that one person saying, "But your fave did that." It goes to all people who use bad Namjoon, bad Taeyong, bad Hwasa, etc. If we really want something to change, we need to hold them accountable equally. Personally, I think no matter how much we love our idols, we have to hold them accountable, no matter what. When someone is going to call out an idol for appropriating their culture, you can't be like, "Oh, but your fave did that and blah blah blah," or using it in your dumb kindergarten fan wars. Only proves that you don't really care. That's simply toxic.
I'm sick of this life.
So I forgot to record the outro. So basically, like I said, you can stan your faves and hold them accountable. Because holding accountable is nothing wrong. People are taking advantage of it, hiding behind holding them accountable just to send them hate and get away from it. When someone is calling your fave, don't ignore it. Don't say they are overreacting. If they stan someone who did something offensive, don't point it out just because they are calling out your fave.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and to subscribe to my channel for more. Bye!
Also, cancel culture is toxic as hell. You can't change my mind about it.